500. Good morning. Welcome back. It is quite cold this morning. Good old 24 degrees outside. But not going to let that stop us from having a good time in here. It's leg day. Easily the best day of the week. And we're going with some leg press today. It's been a minute since we did leg press. We were supposed to do them again, obviously, last week. But on our leg day that we would normally do our leg presses, we worked out with Austin and did some squats and deadlifts, which was equally great. So today we're back doing some heavy leg press. Last time we did them, we did 500 pounds of iron weight there, which was fantastic. So we're gonna try to top that today. I got a feeling we're gonna be able to do it. We're gonna have to ease into it, warm up everything nice and slow today. It is quite cold in here. Heater's been on for 5 or 10 minutes, and it's still only maybe 50 degrees in here at best. So got a little bit of work to do to get ourselves warmed up, get the space warmed up still as well, and take it from there. But we'll be starting with our favorite, our consistent steady Eddie here, the prone leg curl. Starting off with those, warming up our hamstrings, and then moving on to the rest of our workout. So I'm going to get set up for this. See you there in just a second. Man, I wish I had an infrared thermometer to hold onto these plates and show you what the temperature is. The iron is bitter cold. The metal here, bitter cold. It's almost so cold that it just feels like your hands are gonna freeze to it. But that's garage gym training, baby. Okay, let's get after it. Working set number 1 here. Whew. Okay, gonna have to take that one down a bit. What are we at, 70 right now? We're taking them to 60 for this last set here. I don't want to be doing this last set and not be able to hit my reps at all. And in fact, I'm really going to be focused on those long length partials and just cranking them out here. So this is going to be a bit of a tougher set overall. No need to keep the weight the same if we're already at the bottom of that range there and we're feeling like we're not going to hit it and get our volume in. Man, I may even take off 5 more pounds. Yeah. No, I'm going to leave it here. And if I end up not hitting my reps, basically I'm just going to do a drop set. With that drop set, I'll take off 10 pounds, which will bring us down to 50 pounds. And then I'm just going to crank out more to failure from there. Oh boy. Whew. Holy cow. Okay. That was quite the set there for warm-up, BJ. Those long length partials, sometimes they feel fantastic and sometimes they feel wrong. And today they felt wrong, but not in the sense of like I was doing them wrong or I didn't get as much out of it. They felt wrong from like an ego standpoint. It just didn't feel like that was the best kind of rep for me to be doing. Now, you'll see it in the footage. I'll see it in the footage later. Maybe I could have come up a little bit further. For those long length partials, maybe I was keeping it really in that bottom 1/4% instead of maybe the 50% to the bottom. But whew, that was freaking tough. And the hard part with these, doing these first and doing those first as long length partials, is that again, I want to get this to failure, right? Once. I don't want every set to go to failure though, or at least complete failure. I certainly got to my failure point for that set for every single one of these, or within about RPE 9 to 10. But if I had done that for every single set, I'm just going to kind of overexhaust. I worry about overexhausting my hamstrings there, and then not having all that work potential saved for the latter exercises that we're going to do, which is really just going to further push the overall amount of work that I'm going to be able to get out of these. We've got to do leg presses still, step ups. So there's still a lot of work to be done today, and I don't want to negate that. I don't want to not accomplish all the work that I've set out for myself. So these were great. These felt good. Had to lower the weight a bit as compared to the last time we did them, but that's okay. We still got our work potential in. Gonna pick up all the weight here scattered on the ground, finish setting up a leg press, and I'll see you over there. 500. All right, so here we are, back at the leg press. 500 pounds. Again, that's where we're starting. That's where we finished last time. And I don't want to speak too soon here, but those warm-ups felt mighty good and confident. So I'm feeling pretty good about this 500. All right, I forgot about the rubber bands. Maybe I was too confident. These are a pretty significant amount of weight. I think stretched out here, they're about 60 pounds. Yeah, probably around 60 pounds or so. But that's okay. We hit this last time. I'm not worried about it. We're going to do it. We're just going to frickin' do it. Let's stop thinking about it and talking about it. Let's just actually do it, huh? That was good. Wow. That's some heavy ass weight. I've talked about this before, how it can be intimidating to do these type of weights, these exercises. We've got all this equipment, and I believe it was in one of the early gym vlogs that we discussed, the safety rating of all this equipment, and how afterwards I went and checked all the numbers, make sure we were still well within the realm of safe, and we are certainly well within the realm of safe here. Each arm can hold 1,000 pounds. These adapters and everything else attached to it, same thing. They're all rated the same per arm. So well within the realm of reason here. But still, no matter if it's a barbell or a bunch of equipment in your own private home gym, there's still that voice in the back of your head sometimes that tries to tell you to not be stupid, right? To be sensible, safe, and it's trying to get you to not do something. It's trying to make you be too cautious. There's a time and place for listening to reason and listening to that voice in the back of your head. But a lot of times we're just our own worst enemy. We are afraid of failing. And nothing is going to hold us back in life than being afraid to fail and not taking those risks, not taking those chances. Started this YouTube channel on a whim. I thought about it for about 10 years, or more, actually. I thought about owning and starting a gym for 10 years, and I thought about doing content creation for even longer than that. So here we are. We're just figuring it out. We're finding our rhythm, finding what works and doesn't work. And we've learned a lot every single one of these videos we post, and we learn a lot every single time we get out here to lift. Every day we go to work, every day we wake up and say, I love you to our spouse, our kids, our friends, our family. We learn, but we don't learn if we're afraid to take those initial steps because we're afraid of what might happen. What if something great happens? Oh, we're gonna have to buy some more weight. We're almost out of 45s. Starting to get warm here, but it's still maybe 50 degrees in here. It's not warm at all. So we're gonna keep an eye on the sweat in here. I'm not overly concerned about it at the moment, but as we continue to do this and then the step ups here, if it gets worse, we'll probably take off our top. Got to be aware of it. Got to be conscious of it in the cold like this. I mean, 50 degrees, it's not cold, but I mean, the thermometer on the window, near the window right now, is saying 42. On the heater, it says 50, 49 actually. So, we're somewhere between those numbers. And I think 45 would be probably a good median there. And that's probably a little too cold to be just walking around in sweat. So, all right, one more goddamn set here. I'm gonna blow it out of the water. I've been doing sets of 8. If we're really feeling it, maybe we'll do 10. It's been feeling fantastic on my quads. So let's get after it and destroy this. Oh. Okay. That was perfect. Really good. Okay. Active recovery is going to be taking off all this weight here, putting it away, and get set up for step ups. So let's do that. All right, all set up here. We are not doing it on the bench this time. When we did them last time on the bench, last couple times really, it's just too squishy. It's a good bench. It's not like a squishy bench for normal bench purposes, but for doing step ups, it just didn't provide that stability in my ankle that I really wanted, and I felt like it was taking the focus away from actually performing the step up itself. So this is honestly very simple to set up. Just move the two arms and put the leg press bench right on top of them. I don't even have to lock it in, and if I wanted to, I couldn't because somehow the holes don't line up. The bench's hole is just a little bit higher than the holes of the arms themselves. But that's just these arms. I don't know what the hell Titan was thinking when they made these arms. I got these back in 2020, and the holes aren't even 5/8. They're smaller. I think they're, I don't know, 1/4 inch. I really don't know. But they're not a normal size. I even had to get their own special hitch pins just for whatever I've needed to use the hitch pins for on these arms. But the bench is nice and secure. It's not going anywhere. It's heavy. I've pushed it up against the back of these, so it's not going to wiggle back and forth either. So let's get after it. Let's do some step ups, crank this out, and destroy some quads.
That's good. Now that I've got some more control there, it really feels like I can do maybe a bit more weight overall. I've got 70 pounds total here, 35 on each, but whew, that's we're definitely feeling these. I'm gonna crank these up a bit. I'm gonna go up to 45 each. That's a bit. It's not. That's 90 pounds instead of 70. All right, let's crank these bad boys out. Destroy them. I'm really gonna be focused on trying to control my descent down, and not just kind of letting gravity take me. Oh yeah. That's nice. Nice. Okay, that was great. I definitely like these a lot more on the arms here. Much more stable, and I can push it a lot more and control my descent. All right, hip adductions are next. Let's get after it. Ooh, that was a tough one. All right, you know the drill here. We're gonna crank these bad boys out. Ooh boy, that's a lot of weight. I can already tell. Crank these out. We do some sissy squat supersets here, and try to destroy whatever's left of my legs here. Let's get after it. Here we go. What do you think? Am I doing those right? Those sissy squats? I'm not sure. I really am not. I'm gonna do some studying this week, but let me know in the comments. I know how much people love to tear people apart. Give me some love and respect, though. What am I doing well with those? What do I need to improve? Do I completely suck? Am I way off base, or am I like fairly close? Let me know. Oh yeah. I struggled there to get those all the way in like I wanted, but still felt really good. We're gonna put a little bit more focus on this side. This was feeling a little bit stronger last set anyway, like it needed more work. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sissy squats again. Okay. Definitely felt those sissy squats more on here, on this set rather. I feel like my quads still have some juice left in them though. And I've got, let's see, tomorrow's Thursday, and then on Friday we travel for the holidays to visit family. So tomorrow is a arm day, chest and arms, and then Friday's technically supposed to be an off day. But because we're not going to be able to work out Saturday, most likely not on Sunday, depending on when we get back, at least from a lifting perspective, we're going to still try to do cardio. We're going to do another workout on Friday. Not sure what that's going to be just yet, but I definitely want to get a lift in before we hit the road on Friday, just for my own sanity. All right, one more here. Oh boy. Okay, sissy squat. Here we go. Okay, so as I was saying, since we got this longer weekend coming up here, we're going to be traveling. We're not going to be able to lift for at least at minimum one day. Most likely, honestly, Saturday and Sunday, we're not going to get a lift in. I'd like to still get a lift in. I know I'm supposed to have a rest day, but basically I'm going to have a planned rest day anyway on Saturday, no matter what. So I'm going to do a little bit of extra leg work right here with some leg extensions, which are going to be superset with our calf raises. So I'll try to get you guys some footage of both of those here. And then I'm thinking on Friday, I don't know what we're going to do from a lift perspective, what we're going to lift on Friday before we leave. I know I'm not going to lift legs in. We're doing those today. And I definitely don't want to do legs before I go sit in the car for 5 hours plus. We'll think on that. I'll get back to you. Oh, that's it. I tried. All right. There's 3 sets of calf raises and 3 of leg press. Oh, I know you only saw probably at most 2 of each, but that's because I had to move the camera around a little bit. And Couldn't get it all. Okay, everyone. That's a wrap for today. What a damn good workout that was. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I know the holidays are coming up, and for a lot of people that can be a tough time. For others, it's the best time of the year. For many, though, they're just alone, and they don't really maybe feel anything. Maybe it's just another day for you. Regardless of what you celebrate, what you don't celebrate, who you have or don't have, what you have and what you don't have, I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great week, a great rest of your year. This has been a fun journey so far. I'm really looking forward to what next year holds. And I'm not going to do the New Year's speech yet because it's not time for that. But I hope you're able to find some peace and some happiness and some joy during these next couple of days. I hope that there's something that brings you happiness, whether that's a friend, a family member, a pet, a stranger on the street, or some funny video on YouTube with some dumb idiot who's working out in his home gym. Appreciate you all. I hope you feel appreciated in your own day-to-day life. I sure do. I feel the love. I feel very lucky and very blessed. Once again, thanks for being here. I'm going to be seeing you guys here shortly for some arm day and then an undetermined at this moment in time lift day. Might just do a lift day of my favorite types of lifts. Maybe just some barbell bench pressing and shoulder pressing and curling. Who knows? Who knows? That would be silly though after an arm day, right? Right? Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not that dumb. Well, hopefully we're not that dumb. I don't know. Who knows? I think I'm a pretty dumb person most of the time.